And what I want to really say to you right now is to open yourself up to receiving. So even just noticing how you're sitting, maybe you've got your legs crossed or your arms crossed or something like that. So just even opening up your body to receiving. From the start, we're going to move into this energy of receiving and allowing ourselves to really just like become an open channel and tune into what does it really feel like inside of our bodies? What happens to us even emotionally, mentally up in our brain to get into that receiving mode, to really shift into that state of being? And what does that feel like? Inside of Money Mastery Academy, we walk a journey together, and I walk a journey with all the women that are inside of that. We go through 6 different steps that really take us on that abundance journey, allowing ourselves to claim our vision, to decide that it's possible, to clear the beliefs, to do the forgiveness work, to create really solid, practical, tangible abundance plans, to take inspired actions, to see incredible results. And we're gonna start to take a few of those steps. I'm going to give you an introduction to what some of those steps look like inside of this journey. And the journey begins with getting clarity, knowing what you want, right? Receiving your own guidance and what feels aligned to you. So going back to this theme of receiving, we're going to move into that energy of receiving, of tuning our bodies and minds to receiving, of opening our antenna and our communication to a higher channel. So the first question that I had for you before we even do that is, what's the last time you really allowed yourself to receive fully? No guilt, no shame, no, oh, maybe I should just do that myself, or no thoughts of like, can I really even have that? What's the last time you really just fully let in the richness? And just notice that. Notice your answer to that. Can you even remember a time? Do you allow yourself to fully go into that state? And we are talking about this, and I want to have this conversation because this is about our own empowerment. And when we talk about empowerment, we probably need to also have a conversation about power. Because historically we've been trained to think of power as this sort of forcefulness or dominance, right? And even in the creation of our life, how we go about things, when it comes to money, we often feel like we have to just like force it. We have to power over, power through, power on, be a power player, power it up, be powerful, right? And that's part of that masculine striving energy that keeps many of us overworking. It keeps us in burnout mode. It keeps us from actually asking for what we need, feeling like we have to be so independent that we can't ask for help. But when we don't ask for help, we actually end up feeling more helpless, right? Never asking for what we need, never, really like allowing it in. And so what we're doing is we're pinching off the support. We're squeezing out the abundance. We're denying the guidance. We're saying no to the opportunities, right? Or the possibilities that are really there open for us to receive. So it's my belief that in an enlightened, beautiful, abundant world, our hearts know that so much more is possible, that abundance is really our true nature, and receptivity is the actual real power and our empowerment. So I hope that landed for you. If it did, please type in the comments, I'm ready to receive. So what we are going to be doing here, and this is just going to take a few minutes, is we're going to be tuning ourselves into the divinity of our own nature, accessing the inner abundance that is us and that comes from source, allowing ourselves to tap into that, to get our guidance, to get our cues, to direct our energy, because that's where the clarity is going to come from. It's not going to come from me saying, Angela or Kathy or Polly or Dawn or Kalia or, any of the other beautiful women that are here. It's not going to come from me telling you what it is that you should want or desire, or how it is that you should be in the world, or what abundance should mean, right? That comes from you. That's inside of your heart, and you already know. And if you've worked with me before, you know that I believe that you are your own best guide, right? And my job is to give you the foundations, to present different ideas, to bring perspectives forward, to help you shift into maybe a new knowing, to recognize something in yourself, to access your own infinite intelligence. And to do that work by marrying really practical tools along with this, beautiful access to your own infinite intelligence. And together that really creates a golden formula for success. And I've seen it time and time again with the women inside of Money Mastery. So we're going to start with this step of getting clear and deciding. We're going to do this by tuning our channel into our own universal and the universal mind and access that higher guidance. So how do we get there? Well, we just need to ask for directions. And that means we're going to ask our soul, our inner being, our highest self, whatever it is that you want to call it, the divine nature, God inside of you. And what I want to tell you is that your soul, your inner being, is patiently waiting for you to ask these questions. It's patiently waiting. It wants to give you this guidance. So here's what we're going to ask. We're going to ask, what do you really desire for yourself when it comes to abundance, to your money, to your financial well-being, to your vibrance, to your purpose, to your health? Because all of this is true wealth. And here's the thing, when we ask this question, just asking it in this setting right here, you might notice that the scripts of your past, your story, are pretty loud, right? What we learned from our educational system, from our family, from the stuff around us, right? Whatever is like the social dynamics rooted in history and social programming, it's not necessarily going to help us chart our course. It's not going to help us chart our course to a future that's as evolved and expansive and as vibrant as we may want it to be. Yes? So when I ask that simple question, what do you want? What are you claiming? What is true wealth and abundance and, your financial well-being? What does that mean for you? What are you deciding is possible for you? Your ego mind may want to come up with a really long list of to-dos, right? And shoulds and metrics and, here are the goals that we should have to be successful, or here's, what it's going to take to reach the 6 figures or make the million, right? To get the money in the bank. It's going to tell us what all the deliverables are, right? It's going to give us the hustle strategy. It's going to give us the things that, we think we can achieve if we, people please enough. Or we exhaust ourselves with a whole lot of sacrifice and struggle, because that's what it knows. So here's what I want us to do. I want us to create an invitation to suspend all of that just for a moment. And if you could tune into the word receiving, just for one moment, just tuning into that word, maybe even closing your eyes, and notice what it brings up. What does that feel like? Maybe think about, basking in the energy of love, of receiving wisdom. Maybe inside of that, you feel your nervous system relax, like really feel that for a minute. Like you could just rest in the energy of love. Like that would be the ultimate of receiving. And that's what receiving actually feels like. It feels like love. And so the small self, our ego mind, may have us on this perpetual obstacle course of like striving, proving, not receiving, doing, forcing, pushing. Really, all that life and source and our own true nature is asking us to do is to ease up a bit from that energy, to allow ourselves to let life flow through us, to take the inspired actions, to be willing to listen, to allow in more without feeling the need to prove. So life is waiting for us to be receptive. And so this is going to be our first task, is just to listen, to tune in, and to go with the flow of our own wisdom. Because receptivity is empowerment, and our receptivity to higher guidance is going to be a true power source on this journey of abundance. So we're going to tap into this energy of meditation. So let's just do that. Let's tap into the energy of receiving. And if you want, you can close your eyes. The most powerful way to do this is just to contemplate the energy of receiving, right? And just imagine that we are basking in that energy of love and of receiving. So we're going to close our eyes, and we're not going to be here for long, just a couple minutes. And we're going to let our breathing be natural. And by that, I mean breathing in through your nose and either exhaling through your nose or your mouth, whatever is comfortable for you. And we're just going to feel that golden warmth, that quality of light at your heart center. Just imagine that you are breathing from your heart, breathing that living energy into your body, breathing all of that loving source energy in through your heart into your body. And I want you to imagine or visualize that you are laying on a beach that is safe and warm, and it's a paradise. It's exquisite and gorgeous, and the texture of the sand and the quality of the water is stunning. It's beautiful. It's pristine. And I want you to just notice that you could be alone, or there could be other people. It really doesn't matter. Whatever the scene is, it's going to be perfect for you. And inside of that space, just laying on that beach, you are completely relaxed, completely open and receptive. Your body is calm. You've got that melting feeling. And you're aware of the sun and the sky, and it's just shining down on you, that warm, luscious energy. It's radiating all that golden luminosity over your body in all directions, and you're just soaking it up. You're there just being totally open, totally receptive, totally relaxed. And the sun is pouring its energy and its life force into you. And you're meeting it in this place of vitality through your own receptivity. And so just breathing that in. There's nothing to do. You just get to receive. You just get to be. Just receiving all these endless, deep, penetrating nutrients, profound nourishment, because you're at complete, total rest and love inside of this moment. Your heart is full of love. You are receptive. And inside of this receptivity, you're going to take a deep breath, and you're going to ask your inner guidance a question. What are you claiming for yourself when it comes to abundance? When it comes to your financial well-being? What does wealthy mean to you? What does deciding you get to be wealthy mean to you? What are you claiming for yourself when it comes to your own abundance and financial well-being? What does more than enough feel like? And you're just melting, receiving, letting that sun pour over you, letting the wisdom, the guidance, the words of your own inner being or higher self become illuminated. And just taking that minute to listen, really, really hearing your own guidance. Knowing that whatever the wisdom, it's beautiful, it's perfect. It doesn't even have to make sense. You're just letting it all in, receiving, breathing, opening, being, allowing. And I'm going to take one more deep breath in. Thank yourself for allowing yourself this moment and coming back into your body, taking a few big cleansing breaths if you need to sigh it out or make a noise, letting it coming back into the room, opening up your eyes, and inside of the comments, I want you to let me know, what did you think? That was amazing, right? We get into the meditation and we can tune so easily into that receiving. We can feel the abundance in that receiving. We can connect with it emotionally. So tell me in the comments, what did you receive? What was the wisdom that came through? What did your higher self believe is possible for you?